Do you understand the importance of defining your destinations? What I mean by this is knowing where you're going. Okay, so when we're talking about growth work in any area of your life, it is so important for you to define the destination. Where are you trying to grow? What does that look like for you? So it could be a job area that you're trying to grow in. It could be in parenting, it could be in relationship, it could be anywhere, even if you're going on vacation, like defining the destination. Okay, it has to be also practical and logical. So it cannot be like, I want to go to Hawaii next month. However, I haven't made any plans. I haven't saved any money. I don't have any money in my savings account. And my job, I can't quite get 40 hours a week. So paying my bills is a little bit difficult. If that is your story and the desire to define the destination as Hawaii next month without the means to be able to accomplish that is like setting yourself up for failure. So defining the destination is smaller. It is taking things in bite-sized pieces and really figuring out where you're trying to go, where you're trying to grow. What does that look like? And so every Enneagram number is going to do it differently. I'm an Enneagram 7. This is probably one of the biggest pieces of growth work that changed the trajectory of my life, is that I understood the importance of the destination, that I had to decide where I wanted to go to be able to make the steps to go there. So I couldn't just say like, I don't know, let's just throw something at the wall and see what sticks. That is not how I did it, and that is not what I would recommend. Instead, I would say, okay, what is the goal? What are you trying to accomplish? Where are you trying to go? What does that look like for you? And then how do you get your feet on solid ground underneath you to be able to make those moves happen? So I just, wanted to just leave you with a couple pieces of information today around defining the destination. I think about things in pictures. And so when I think about defining the destination, I think about a bullseye. So you've got the middle of the bullseye, and that is the destination. That is the goal. That is what we're trying to do. And then there's two outer rings, okay? The furthest outer ring is like, okay, we know the destination. So first thing we have to do is begin to map out how we're going to get there, okay? And we have to take into account all of the resources that we have, and also all of the restrictions that we have, okay? So I have 4 children, and we have a mortgage and all the responsibilities of a home. And so when I'm thinking about growth, I have to take into account all those pieces around where I want to go, how I want to get there, and at what cost, okay? Like, what is the cost to get to where I'm trying to go? And so everything has to measure out in a way that supports where I want to go, but also honors the position as mom and wife and person that has to pay bills. All of those things have to be taken into account. So when I'm looking at the bullseye, this is the destination in the middle. This is what I want to do. I pull all the way back to that third ring, and I begin to say, okay, here's my resources. This is what I know I can do. So if I want to if I want to write another project, okay, then I know, okay, it is going to require this amount of hours of me per week to be able to accomplish that goal. Now, I have to look at my calendar with my clients. What can I handle when it comes to more work? Can I handle a 5-day-a-week client load plus writing, plus being a mom, and plus being a wife and all the other things? Or do I need to do a 3-day-a-week client practice and then keep 2 days a week for me to be able to write? And that is truly what I do. And so I have to think about those things. Okay. So that's the beginning. That's like the outer ring. How am I going to get to the destination? So if I want to turn a book in, I need to know how I'm going to do that. That outer ring. What resources do I have? What can I use? Time, money, energy, all of it, okay? Because it costs something to get to the destination. The destination is never free, okay? So it's going to cost your money, it's going to cost your time, it's going to cost your energy, and you have to figure out how much you can spend on that particular venture, okay? So then the inner circle not the center, but the inner circle. This is like the more practical step. So we're mapping it out on the outer circle. These are our resources. Now we're going to implement what we've mapped out. So in order for me to get to that destination, I have to use the resources that I have. So I have to take 5 hours a week and use it towards that resource. I have to take X amount of dollars and set it aside and use it towards that resource. I have to make those moves towards the destination, okay? And I can't just change on a dime. So all of a sudden, I can't just, swing my head and be like, oh my gosh, let me do this instead, or let me do this instead. I have to keep my focus on the destination in order to get where I want to go, okay? Every step in your life, every move that you make or don't make, shows you where you're at in your life, okay? So you can look at your life and it is the sum of your choices. And that, at the end of the day, is really humbling to realize that the choices that I have made in my life reflect where I'm at. Now, sometimes in our lives, choices get made that affect us greatly, and they put us way back to places that we never thought we'd be at again, or devastated in different areas of our lives. So what I want you to pay attention to is what you can control. So even if you've had a setback and it's not your fault, or you've gone through a really difficult situation and it's not your fault, what can you do to redefine the destination and make the moves towards the next step so that your life can look like you want it to, so that it can reflect who you are. And that's the hope, is that you take a look at your life and you realize I'm accountable for the choices that I make, not for other people's choices, but for the choices that I make. So if I want to move towards a destination, a goal, and growth, then these are the moves that I'm going to do, because I know that this is what I need for my growth. This is what I need for me, to get me where I want to go. So take a look at your own life, and maybe you want to draw it out in bullet points, or not bullet points, is in a bullseye. And that middle is the destination. Okay, hold tight to that destination. And then draw 2 other circles, go all the way to the outside circle, and begin to fill in what are the resources that you have. Okay, and what can you use? What does that look like? And then that middle circle, how are you going to implement those resources so that you can get yourself to the destination? Okay, remember, we're going to pick small destinations at first, because small destinations change the trajectory of your life. And you can go small destination to small destination to small destination and realize that you are going to end up doing your dream job. You're going to end up in the big destination, but it takes small moments, small pieces that get us there. Okay, we can't do leaps and bounds. It's like feet on the ground. We are sturdy. There's solid earth below our feet. We are making progress and making moves, and we can see it happening. So go after your dreams. Define the destination and grow. Regardless of your Enneagram number, you can do this work.